And here we are back in the cottage, and I'm going to be making a couple of things out of the branches and leaves and apples and all sorts of things that I found on my walk. I like to try and do something that's a little bit seasonal but isn't too gimmicky really, that makes it look really natural. And so what I've created is a sort of circlet made out of twigs that had fallen from the oak tree. And this is going to be the base for either a door hanging or maybe a circlet from my table. I've got this rather nice wire basket that I sometimes use for all sorts of things really. But somehow it seems quite suited to the idea of filling it with all of the natural materials that I've found. And I think what I'm going to do is begin by placing the circlet that I made on the top of that to create a nice edge, a soft edge, something that looks natural. And then I'm going to fill the basket to create something that's quite seasonal and fits in with the idea of bonfires. I'm going to fill it with these lovely pieces of wood that I found. Many of them have got lichen on them, which looks absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to use that as a base to then put other decorative pieces on top, which are of course all natural things that I've found. So I've created this sort of twiggy nest, and now I'm going to put lots of leaves on top to make it look as natural as possible. And I'm also going to add some of these lovely windfall apples. And of course there's the fir cones that I found, which can just be popped in. I like putting them in little groups, as if they've just sort of fallen together. And I also have conkers that I found, and all of the acorns, and it's really rather lovely. I think it's some kind of rose hip or something. I love the texture of that, so that's definitely going to go in. And I found these rather nice sort of flame-shaped leaves, which I'm going to sort of place in between things so that they stick up slightly and kind of give a little bit of an idea of the flames of a fire sort of coming out of my arrangement. And so there we are really. I've added the toadstools that I found on my walk, and I've got the leaves standing up to sort of look like little yellow flames. Lots of textures, the colours of the apples, the acorns, a little bit of everything actually that I collected from my walk. And that now will sit happily on my table inside and remind me of the lovely walk I went on. And I may well add a few fairy lights on it for the evening just to give it an extra touch. Or on this particular container there are spaces for candles, as you may see. Obviously I'll damp down any dry material and keep an eye on it if I do decide to light candles there. But actually I think it looks pretty good just as it is.